Now, all right, I got 5 minutes left, and I'm going to get to my producer's questions here. Quick sample of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Um, well, actually, a lot of food here could be used for breakfast, if not all of it. I mean, I occasionally have steak for breakfast, but sausage for breakfast. But eggs. Oh, you know what? What's visibly absent? Shame on me. Eggs. EGGS. Reason I spell it out is because people make fun of the way I say eggs. But anyway, the little white oval things. And do me a favor, viewers, don't eat egg beaters, please. You know, he did that. Okay, don't eat egg beaters, please. Okay, but eggs are okay. Eat them. When I have an omelet, I have like 4 to 6 eggs. I'm still around. Oh yeah, my HDL's like in the 60s. You guys want to see? Well, actually, I'm probably preaching to the choir. So, so eggs are cool. So eat eggs. And I'm sorry, I apologize, but you know what? I probably didn't put them in because I thought they would break. So eggs are good. Sausage. Don't think traditional. You can do. You can eat. Meat and whatnot. And we're pretty picky for breakfast too, aren't we? So we got to stop that. I remember being online at the my local Cool Mart, and this huge guy in front of me. He must have been like 400 pounds. Worked for the department, the highway department, because he had the clothes on, and he had this buttered roll, and he pushed it back rudely, and he goes, "Put more butter on that." And I looked at him. I said, "That's probably the smartest thing you said all day." And I thought I was going to get plummeled. I mean, this guy was like 6 times the size of me. He looked at me like with this inquisitive look, and I go, "Well, butter's good for us, and please don't kill me." And he goes, "Really?" So anyway, I got out of that situation. I'm still here. But butter is better. Don't eat the rolls. Having said that, though, they're all low-carb bagels and rolls that day. You just got to find them. Lunch. That's right, lunch. Lunch is easier. Do your low-carb bread. All right. And as was mentioned earlier, I didn't have any ham here, but it was mentioned ham is good, cold cuts are good, liverwurst is definitely fine, cheeses are good, low carb bread. You get about 14 grams. Don't forget the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is fine. Don't forget about your salad, your tuna, your egg, your chicken salad. All that stuff is really good for you. Don't forget about that. Of course, you can have cream cheese, things like that. Again, don't think traditional. I'll oftentimes have a steak for lunch. I'm talking fast because I want to get this in. I think I got like under 3 minutes. And and let's see. For dinner. I was reading something else that I wanted to talk about. Dinner's the most easiest because, again, steak, chicken, fish, a green leafy vegetable, douse it with butter, douse it with cheese, really easy to do. And, that's your breakfast, lunch, and dinner scenarios. And I think I might have enough time to do this. Why do organizations still believe that eating fat and cholesterol is dangerous for us? It goes toward a priori reasoning. Now, a priori reasoning is also known as deductive reasoning, and it goes something like this. Here's an example. If I'm standing on the beach looking out at the horizon's flat. The world must be flat, right? Wrong. Now, most of you have heard my Earth analogy, but let me take the analogy to the fat and cholesterol problem. If the fat or cholesterol in my blood is elevated, it must be because I'm eating too much fat and cholesterol. Wrong. Just like it's difficult complicated to uncover the correct spherical shape of the Earth, so too it is somewhat complicated to understand why eating these things are safe and beneficial for us, but it's not impossible to understand. I came across a very interesting word, argumentum ad verecundium. Argumentum ad verecundium. Okay? Now, excuse me, I got this off of free, the one I mentioned earlier, Richard Nicole's. This is absolutely a really cool thing I came across because what it means is that it's where a participant argues that a belief is correct because the person making the argument is an authority. Let me say that again. Argumentum ad verecundium. A participant argues that a belief is correct because the person making the argument is an authority. So that is a fallacy. That is a myth. And I love that saying. Let's put it in perspective here. The American Heart Association says something. Don't eat fat. Don't eat cholesterol. Argumentum ad verecundium. We have to believe them because they're an authority. Wrong. The American Cancer Society says something similar. We need to believe them. Wrong. Okay? Argumentum ad verecundium. So don't fall for the belief or the statement just because it comes from somebody who is an authority. Always research what you do. as far as diet is concerned. And please, let me just end the show by saying thank you once again for all your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate my viewers, and I will be back next week with another new show. Controversial TV, Ultimate Wellness, Dr. Jim. Always remember sugar, sugar, sugar. And my buddy Bones will be with me as well. Bones, thank you so much. And maybe, Bones, a question next week, please. I don't want to have to do all the talking here. Okay? Thank you once again. This is Ultimate Wellness, controversial webcast. I'm your host, your ultimate host, Dr. Jim Carlson. Sugar, sugar, sugar. See you next week.
Until next time, be enlightened, be encouraged.
Don't worry.